And we are back here for the ESL ESEA Pro League. I'm Alex Machine Richardson, joined by Lee D-Man Smith. If you have just joined us, you missed a little bit of something special with our first game with that Fnatic NIP spectacle over on Cash. That was a little bit insane. Do be sure to check that out over on the VOD as well. We also missed, actually I'll talk about that in a second because the action's already unfolding. I was expecting the teams to take a breather after the 9th round, but they're playing, they're straight on in. But what you did miss was a little bit of more Fnatic showing up against Hellraisers.
Some bonkers aggression, but this is a fast push. B straight away going to get hit out by Titan. MBK's the man that's all alone because they stacked out on A side, so he just has to hold them off. He gets himself one headshot. The rest of the team are closing in. Titans have to start moving a little quicker here. MBK gets a second headshot, gets a massive tag on towards Smith as well. Finally, we get taken down, but the rest of Envy now come around. Existence gets himself a double. kennyS with a double, and now Existence, the sole man standing. He's got himself a triple, but the Julius of Kyo will close it out. Quick and speedy pistol, but great hold from MBK.
Yeah, that was two very, very crucial frags as he was pressured on towards B. You do see Kyo pick up a frag with the Julies, and of course we are on that new patch, so a whole lot of changes are in play, and we are going to be seeing a couple of changes for the CT side, primarily, of course, with a change of the M4. Most likely going to be seeing a lot of more A4s. However, we did see a tweet actually from MBK stating that he actually felt like the A1 almost felt better to him. Less rate of fire, less chance to miss was what his statement was. So intriguing to see how that patch does affect EnVyUS play here on the CT side of Mirage. Going for that triple MP7 buy, though. Pretty stacked up.
Apex in a great spot. Will get himself only one, though. Shock's coming down, manages to pick him off, but they are holding passively. Now they're going to push on through the smoke. Bit of a mistake there. kennyS caught out, trying to push on, overcommit. And now it's a 3-on-3 with the bomb planted. Titan are in a good hold.
This is such typical Envy buy. Like 4 SMGs and a Mag 7 they're purchased into the second round. Such a contrast to what we see from Na'Vi. Now it's going to be a 2v2. Made 2v1. Oh my god, they've lost it! Shox just has the round of his life. 3 frags with his P250. Might even grabs an MP7 for his troubles as well. And Envy, they invested heavily into that one. They managed to pick up the first round relatively, no questions asked. But Titan, they fought straight back.
We just saw the same thing. Hellraisers picking up the pistol and then immediately throwing away. And well, that shouldn't really be happening for a T side on Mirage. Titan doing a great job there because Envy were actually in the right position, but for some reason they pushed through the smoke against them without really flashing it out correctly, and they could have just waited for it to clear out. But instead, now we're going to see some solid aggression. Apex getting a peek on ramp, but Titan have played this one cautiously. They're like, okay, we just picked up a round we probably shouldn't have. Let's just calm it down a moment and set ourselves up. Also, kind of getting a feel for if there is a stack present. This is kind of their intel gathering mission. They're going to be just basically trying to get an idea of the numbers and where it hasn't worked out too well for them, actually, because it does look like they're about to walk right on in to Envy's domain. Kyo, what was that? 1D into the brain of RPK. Smith fights back, though, taking Apex down close quarters. He had a perfect angle, actually. Apex could have done a lot of damage there, but fortunately RPK dealt with it nicely, and they're going to back into a corner. Happy could get a second here onto Existence, brings him low, and right back at them. Envy are doing damage. BK trying to push up connector, will get caught out. Kenny, the last man. But like you say, look at the health. He's got a CZ. He can buck them all off. They're all flashing so heavily, but he will get picked off. 3 bullets could have ended the entire round for Titan there.
Oh, that was deadly close. Like, Titan could very well be a little blushy after that one. But fortunately, they are going to be able to survive and go on in to another, well, pretty unarmored, ungeared Envy. They're going to have to go for the full save pretty much. Got a P250, actually, 2 P250s and a CZ for those that did start getting a few more extra frags. But it's going to be a case of what can you do with this? Stack up is probably the best option. They're going to be doing just that, as well as 4 members are about to go hunting for Shoxy.
In close, will get a good dink down and takes down Shock. So that collects themselves an AK. They're going to back out of there, not going to keep on pushing while Existence goes hunting for it. And the rest of Titan are actually wrapping around through T-spawn.
Yeah, this is really odd from Titan. A man, oh, hang on, or is this incredibly smart? They lost a man on A, so they figured that the CT side would immediately rotate. I try to read that almost, it's a double bluff. This is fantastic from Titan. They're pushing where they just had a fatality. And now there's only 2 players waiting for them. They've managed to completely throw this this 4-man stack on A into a bit of a twist.
Apex is going to go up close. Doesn't manage to land the head on with that CZ. But Kenny at the back, he managed to rescue this AK. Hasn't passed it off to anyone, but he could catch the plant here. Hasn't showed himself yet. Smithy's going to check, but it was a Mac 10 that was just running up on him. Happy gets himself one though, and a second as he pushes on. You can just caught that little glimmer through the smoke. Now Happy's going to get that molly down. The bomb's loose, and suddenly it's a tragedy. It's Existence, the last man. He got 3 in the first round, but this time it's not going to work out for him. And Happy goes huge, 2-2. The Frenchies just back and forth. The action goes.
This is so insane. So Pistol goes the way of Envy. Titan force in and win, then proceed to get the second up against the force buy, and then Envy with nothing, absolutely nothing, a P250 and a CZ, go back in and win it. This is not, nothing of this is predictable. Zero.
Or it's a challenge
nada.
mid. It's going to be the
It's gonna
duel.
be AWP, and actually Smith is the one to come out on top. Kenny caught his knees, brings him down to 17, but that's not going to be enough. And now Envy have to kind of forced to play from a deficit.
That's a problem. Happy's going to try and retrieve that AWP, but I'm not too sure if it dropped down because he was actually on the windowsill. Now Happy has managed to collect it, gets Existence. He was only on 17 health as it was. But A-site is going to be the focus target, so MBK is a long way away, but Keo lands an important frag there. Apex has also caught a glimpse of Maniac around Tetris. He's going to go down. That's the bomb planter. Shox just peeks out, and he gets his head taken clean off. Apex on the cleanup. Beautiful 3 frags.
Brings us to 3-2 then, the score. Envy winning around they should actually at that point after losing out that entry frag, or sorry, rather an opening frag, I should say. As I feel like there is definitely a massive difference between the two. We are going to be seeing now just the double AWP setup coming in. It's going to be Kenny and Happy, as you may expect. I'm intrigued to see where they choose to position these two forces.
So Kenny looks like he's going to get a look towards ramp first. No, he's going to peek out connector. But Happy's going to be taking it to short, so they're both looking towards mid, while MBK is going to be the one that's about to get busy, because Maniac and RPK are creeping towards him. Smiths gets taken down, trying to get a little glimmer out of apartments, but pretty much everyone from Titan has all the angles covered. Oh, wow, okay, didn't quite get it the first time around, but this should be an easy round for Envy. Doesn't look like we're going to see anything crazy back and forth this time from the Pistols.
Yeah, we can just catch our breath for a second. And oh, actually, Kenny missing a shot. Quite unusual to see a second go missed as well. Fortunately, doesn't know that he's going to be able to see too much more. Lands the tag as well. Now all onto Existence, and he does actually manage to do a little bit of damage to Apex, bringing him down to 31, but it goes the way of Envy. Not the neatest and tidiest of rounds, after we were kind of saying that that was the neatest we'd seen, but Envy picking up the round nonetheless.
But that was both AWPs that got taken out there. A little worrisome, but they did manage to recover them. I think it was Happy. I think Happy had dropped down the underpass. I think he had. I could see that's where his gun was. I didn't see where he dropped down, but here we go, though. AK is back in the hands of Titan. We're into a full round. With this double up, you'd give the advantage ordinarily to Envy, but Kenny's not been landing these openers shots. Just a little worrisome. Apex is going aggressive. Now, Existence is the one that's just around the corner. He's not going to keep on pushing too far, though. Shox is in apartments as well. Where are you going, Happy?
Happy's getting a whole lot of
MBK
info
with him, so this is a full double push from Envy. This is giving him so much info, and Happy will take the head off Maniac.
Maniac just feeds him that frag, and that's going to be a whole lot of information as well. Seeing him come through the underpass stairs does let him know that there is going to be a distinct lack of players towards B, or if they were way back towards T-spawn, which is in fact where they were. Happy's going to be getting even more info. Look at him go. He hasn't stopped just yet. Now he's staying at complete empty mid. Then these poor terrorists are just forced to go into a bit of a kind of swing all the way back over to A.
That's good. Immediately, the fact that Happy, as soon as he went up mid and completely emptied it, they smoked out apartments. They smoked it instantly. And he's like, I'm pretty sure there's somebody there. Let's smoke and fire. And it does manage to catch him down. Apex with a spray. Another one drops down. It will be Existence that gets the kill, but Keo is waiting for them to come around the corner. Existence all alone. He's going to have his head popped as well. 5-2 Envy in the end of the pretty damn clean round. Apex the only man to go down.
Yeah, and you know, the discussion we had just before we kicked this one off was how much Envy will invest into the new patch changes to the M4. Turns out NBK has maybe tested it a little more and to return to the A4.
He's trying to sell a fake, I think, to everyone. It's like, yeah, it's really good, guys.
Use the A1.
I'll just take the A4, thanks. So maybe he just needs a little bit more practice with. I don't know. When there's a big gun change, generally players will just fall back, especially when it's this early after a change. Fall back to try and test it, and then maybe switch up later when they figured it out a bit more.
Yeah. So now you saw what NBK could do when it came to a B push with just his P2K. This time he is fully packed to the nines, and Titan most definitely are not. Just two players with some degree of Kevlar, and Kenny goes peeking, finds Smith, finds a second RPK. Happy to oblige, and it's going to be a very open bomb. Like, that could not be any more of a nightmare for Titan. They are never going to touch that bomb now, and it comes down to just trying to find a frag and a rifle, as NBK and Happy are going to be the ones to receive.
Oh, Happy misses one there. NBK will pick up Shox. That leaves 2 on site, Maniac and Existence, to try and push up on them. Happy get caught out. It was a great little flick from Existence there as he pushes on through, but Apex is holding the angle along with Kenny. Kenny could get his 3rd here, but he's going to get picked off as well. Existence is going big here. He's going to try and push on through. Gets pretty heavily tagged. Oh my word, if that flick would have worked, with a nade from Apex comes through, and he finishes off Maniac with the M4. And what could have been for Titan there quickly got turned in their favor.
So 6-2, you know, we didn't have really time to highlight much about this matchup coming into this one, but you said just before we went into it, saying that, you know, they had played just once since all of these changes, and it was a 16-7 result just yesterday in favor of EnVyUS over on Train. So we're going to get an even more open opportunity to get a real taste and a test to see where Titan scratch up to Envy.
Trying a 4-man stack at A with Shocks being the guy that's going to try and come around the side, but they've pushed on through the smoke, and that possibly is a mistake, but Maniac's manages to find himself too. That nade should land and find its target. Smiths will get dropped. Happy picks up another, and now Maniac and Shocks the last 2. Shocks still trying to go for that rope around. They'll get one, and tell you what, Happy's very low here. Ooh, that shot just rattling through. This is a good chance for Titan here to pick up a round if they can find MBK on Toll Booth. They get him through the smoke, and now Happy is in a real predicament. He's going to have Shocks pushing up on him. He's holding the angle, but he absolutely has to land this shot. And now the bomb with Maniac's got across on through. Oh, the movement of Happy, the timing is everything. And big round from Titan there. That could easily have gone against them, but Maniac's double entries really worked out well for them.
Yeah, 2 very, very important frags from Maniac. And, I mean, he's just picked up 2 times the amount of frags that RPK has been able to acquire. 0 so far for him on the scoreboard for Titan. So late into this game, I suppose it's quite surprising to still see that big fat 0. The only time I think I've seen that so far in the Pro League was Cadian for SK going 0-12.
Well, there was also the 0-15 for, was it Zipnix or Cajun B? I can't remember which one it was.
What, recently?
No, not that recently. It was a couple of months ago now, but that's the one I remember clearly, because he went on a tear straight away afterwards after we called him out on it. But MBK picked off early by Smiths there, and this is a problem already. Titan going to move on in. Kenny's about to get around to Kitchen though, so Kenny's going to hold the angle as they drop one down. RPK getting the bomb plant already in.
Oh, actually, Kenny missing that shot as well. So both members of Envy with the AWP struggling to hit their shots.
They're back in. They have to save it because they can't risk losing too many weapons here, because obviously, of course, Titan did just pick up the last round. So Envy will be broke, and if they can keep hold of 4 weapons, it would be nice for them. Existence is going to be pushing up on Apex here. Both holding the angle. They know that somebody is there. Yeah, Existence is like, no, not worth, yeah.
It does look like actually Happy's going to be able to find the feet of RPK. Brings him down to 15, but the hunt's still most definitely on. They would love to get an AWP out play, but it doesn't look like it's going to be made likely, as actually 2 Titan boys do fall in the process, kept locked into that site by Envy. And Maniac actually did have his plug pulled, so we're going to be waiting to see him back in the server. 6-4 then is going to be the score, as Envy making a very wise decision, enabling them to have another shot at the next round before going into the eco.
Yeah, 4 rounds already for Titan. Working out well for them, considering they didn't get the pistol on the board there. So it was a good response in round 2 and 3, but Envy had that little streak, which is what given that buffer so far. There's 5 rounds back to back. And now, as he said, Envy saving 4 of those weapons has given them the ability to go into this as a full rifle round. They would have been completely flat broke otherwise. So we're just waiting for Mr. Maniac, isn't it, you say? Waiting for him to come back in, who's actually played really well already. Some good entries from him. What do we think so far? We guessed on the scores in the previous match.
We did.
We got close. I had 16,
I think I got it, didn't I?
You had 16.
I said 16.
No, it finished 16-9, unfortunately.
I think I said 16-8 or 9.
No, you said 8.
I said 8 or 9.
You can't say 2.
I will get 8 and I'll record that sound clip and play it to you tomorrow. 8 or 9 was my exact words. No, but anyway, forgetting our predictions for the previous game.
I'm going to go 16-14 on this one. I think
all
it's
the way.
Be all the way, yeah.
That would be exciting. I think that one of the people that needs to step up to get 16-14 would most definitely be RPK. Calling him out now. Let's see if he can show us what he's capable of. As we're going to be going back on in. Kenny not going to be given the opportunity, thanks to that smoke, to get the opening frag. But Happy most definitely is, as he's the one that's pushed up through short. As soon as that smoke clears, he's going to have a way in.
RPK would have heard that little vent pop there. Tried to get a glimpse towards it. I don't think they realise it's a double upset, but both of them miss RPK. They call him the tank, but they can't seem to hit him, that's for sure. Apex, though, pops around connector, gets himself 1. That was all the way from Toll Booth as well. MBK realizing he's in a little bit of trouble. He has to back away. He's going to get the support just coming around from Kitchen. They're all going to stack around, but all waiting to drop down. But they've managed to pick up the double. And again, Envy are in trouble here.
Yeah, this is going to be the kind of fight or flight moment, and it's going to be probably a decision that needs to be made within the next few seconds. And then he does tag up on towards bench. They just need one way in, one frag, and they'll start pushing. But that's 2 for Shox. That's awful. It's all gone horribly wrong. Envy are going to be most definitely wiped out of this one. Happy's no-scope is just going to be a consolation at this point, but that's another for Titan. They witnessed exactly the same thing the round before. They tried to save, this time not even given the opportunity to.
They blocked each other at door there.
They did?
3 of them all blocked each other. Kenny wanted to take their shot, which he did, and then back away. But I didn't see who it was with the molly in hand, was pushing in, and then they just got blocked each other, and all got caught out. You don't normally see that for pro teams. That is very unusual. That's like a matchmaking thing right there. 6-5 though, and now Envy, after saving those 4 rounds last round, finally they can't afford anything now. They're absolutely broke. So it is just going to be Apex holding on with his gun, and Titan are in a good position here on the T side now to even things up.
Yeah, well, you did see Apex actually have some leftover cash, so he's invested into body armor and the rifle. And then Deagle's across the board, really, for the rest of Envy. So it's not like they don't have a shot at this one if everything starts going their way. But it looks like it's going to be a nightmare for MBK as he's about to get rushed on down. Does get the bomb loose, though, so that's a whole lot of information. And Apex and everyone is going to pull their socks up as they do go for the sprint over onto the site. Now, Titan successfully controlled this site twice now with weapons, never mind up against Envy without. It does look like it's going to be a similar situation once again. Titan, they're finding a whole lot of success at B at the moment on this T side.
Yeah, B is working for them, absolutely. They've managed to walk in there, and actually Envy are leaving it pretty light. Like, MBK has been left there. Happy's pushing way up short or way down in towards underpass and just leaving him on his own, and that was a big problem. I mean, yes, it was a pistol, so even if it was a force bite, they have now got themselves their full arsenal, though. And Kenny and Happy with those AWPs once again. Haven't been too successful yet with the double AWP setup. It's going to be a switch up from Titan. So mind games back and forth. Apex actually going very aggressive and finding Maniac on ramp.
He has been pretty consistent, just pushing up towards ramp and being relatively patient as well, waiting for those frags as there has been kind of offensives taking shape on towards B.
You wouldn't ordinarily expect, I'll tell you what, Existence is pushing on through. I had to say, you wouldn't ordinarily expect, with Happy and Kenny, both with AWPs, to lose mid-control so easily, which is what's been happening, but oh, we're missing the action. Apex and MBK just cleaned up, didn't even see that. We were waiting for Kenny to land one of those killer shots, but instead, Apex keeps himself a triple.
And I mean, you've raised an interesting point about how quickly we lose mid-control when you're considering the double AWP investment. But I mean, it is Mirage. You can literally completely remove those AWP presences with 2 smokes at this point, and that's when it comes into play of Apex over towards ramp, and he was the one bringing in those entries and defending the site quite nicely. I'm going to see Maniac just throwing that cross smoke. It's going to enable them to try and get some sort of control through middle once again. It's only going to be Existence with the AWP this time, and they are seeing Envy taking a leaf out of NIP's book with 3 AWPs this round.
Yeah, that's pretty aggressive stuff, and a full investment, no doubt about it. Titan themselves are going for an A hit here. It's a big A hit. They're going to come in flashing. Keo, nice flash there. Gets the 1 out. Can he get the second? He was completely whited out there. Keo gets himself an easy, doesn't quite get the triple as Kenny steals it away, but oh, a very aggressive push from Keo there, getting caught out by Existence. 2 of them in connector. Existence couldn't find any of them, and Kenny goes on the cleanup this time around.
This just still feels like chaotic CS. Yeah. We're just seeing like every game is just absolute chaos. It's just disorder across the board for everyone on the server at this point.
I think what we're seeing is clearly the teams...
change of pace.
Relaxing a little after, you know, they've had the Intel Extreme Masters, they had the obviously ESL 1 Cologne, the major. They've been all around the world over to Dubai, and I think we're starting to see them actually just relaxing, enjoying themselves, like enjoying Counter-Strike again. Obviously there's a patch that's gone through as well, so there's a lot of learning cycle going on with the new hitboxes as well. So a lot of changes, and the teams seem to be looking to be having fun.
It's probably the most crucial point. This is video games at the end of the day, and looking to have fun here. It's on B. It's going to be MBK with the potential triple. Not going to happen, just the double. But Happy's going to finish where he left off. That's 2 for him. Could be the 3rd. No. Existence isn't going to let it happen, but he's not long for this. Well, surely. He has an AWP, has Kevlar, has nades, but Kenny has the frag, and that's going to be 9-6 then on the half.
So, that's just about enough for Envy, maybe. T-side 9 rounds, not the best.
That's very good, very comfortable. You can work with that.
Well, you can work with it, that's for sure. But Titan, I think, are going to still be happy with 6 rounds. And you know, considering the start, they won, lost out on the pistol, and then immediately picked up those 2 rounds. It was a very good start for them. Obviously, they're waiting for somebody to rejoin. I think it's Apex RPK that's just rejoined, pop back in there. So once they'll be getting on the way in a moment. But 9-6, it's about as even as you can hope for. Obviously, you can get it. So.
Well, I mean, RPK reconnecting there, you know, that's actually something that I used to call in the Call of Duty community.
Yes, so no, you drop it like to get a kill.
No, that's called the skill reconnect.
Yes.
That's what that's called.
It's well, how many? I didn't see how many he got at the end there. We'll see it in a second when the rounds restart, but we'll see exactly. It was. It's going to pop in the scores any second because he was on 0 at round 9, was he? Yeah, you sneaky.
Skill reconnect.
Skill reconnect.
Told you.
Skill reconnect. 0.
There it is. Now we're going to be seeing a whole different player from RPK.
This is going to be a new RPK, a fresh RPK, fresh looking. But Existence with 17 kills. That is impressive from him.
Yeah, and you even saw him being kind of confident enough to take the AWP up against Kenny and Happy. Now, this is going to be in a crucial pistol round. Envy do look like they have a set play up their sleeve, and I don't think Titan are quite ready for the wave of terrorists. They're about to swarm onto the site. Not too much damage done early. RPK is going to be trying to find Kiyoshima. Doesn't hit the bullets, and he needs to. And now it does look like the bomb has most definitely gone down, and it's going to be a site that they're forced to retake.
Kia's got himself a Zeus as well, but it doesn't matter because Shocks and Smiths have just come around the back and absolutely took their heads clean off. Bomb's still down, though. Happy's got himself tucked in the corner. Kenny actually peeking from Sandwich, but Existence drops straight behind him. Happy's going to sit in the smoke. He's just lingering. They can't find him. Oh, he pops on through, but he can't find Shocks, who's gone big in his pistol. Gets himself an important double and a defuse. So Titan with the pistol. That's about what they wanted on that CT side. Danger times for Envy. I mentioned the fact that they did get those 9 rounds on CT. You can easily see teams going on absolute tear and picking up 10+ here on the CT side.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, I always have this debate with A. I always have this debate when you're going on, especially on pistol rounds, fast rushing, trying to get that bomb down. It doesn't necessarily always play out well for you because it's such a wide open site, so many different places that the retake can come from, that you can sometimes find yourselves getting caught out once the bomb is down. And
also, I never really happy when I see like 2 to 3 people pushing around CT spawn because it's just a wide open angle. It's just a simple corner both of you could pick out, and it's down straight dual skills rather than crossfire angles. You look at TSM will always sit right back. But here we go, MB going to try and burst on through. A lot of smokes going down, but don't forget, Titan are sitting on SMGs.
Yeah, this is nice though from MB. They're just going to swarm into the site and make it their own. 3 frags already. Perfect smokes, enabling the bomb to go down. Flashes to support them, and this is beautiful second round plays from Envy. They've done it again.
This is, I mean, it's shocking. It was actually Titan that did the same thing last time on the T side on their second round, and well, Maniac's not got a chance, not a prayer. He's just going to hang on to this M4 and hope that nobody goes for him. He has got a defuse kit, so you've got to be careful they don't completely back away from sight. We've seen some sneaky things. Oh my god, they have. No, he's not going to sneak in there. He's just going to sit and wait. Could have been a ninja. Could have been full ninja, but he's not going to risk it.
Yeah, no time whatsoever. He's just going to back away and be happy to keep both the full armor kit and the M4. And Envy, what a fantastic second round here on the T side.
Not too many weapons collected by Envy there, though. They only got the 2 M4s. I don't think they got anything else. Yeah, so it's just going to be AKs bought out. When they could have collected a few more, but I think they actually probably just didn't want the SMGs. They wanted to stick the AKs.
Yeah, most likely a bit of a kind of fool's mission at that point.
An AWP. Did you say? No,
Scout.
It's Scout, sorry, coming in from Smith. I was about to say it
all.
all.
Got a scope, you're close. But no, I'm not sure. I'm not too sure how much damage he's going to be able to do with this. They got the armor, so that's a step. But they are stacking up 3 players over towards A. Existence cautious to just abandon middle. You can see he's got this horrible decision to make, and I think he is actually going to return to keep his eyes on middle. Slow though.
RPK pushing up, but Envy's holding the angle. MBK is, sorry. Yeah, that's not going to work out for him. I mean, Apex have tried that a number of times, so very much a standard move, with especially when you know they're on pistols. Happy awaiting Shocks to push on through. Going through that smoke's not going to work out. Now they realise that's 2 down in A site. Are they going to switch up? Looks like they will be. Kenny's going back to pick up the bomb. I think we might see a rotation over towards A as Happy and MBK move in.
And it's, yeah, Titan are kind of being toyed with a little bit here. Kyo's thrown out a smoke, and he's going to be hanging around B just enough to kind of keep 2 members there. Maniac and Existence are just still sticking around on B. whereas the entirety of EnVyUS are about to swarm wrap into this A site. Smith, just with a scout, doesn't hit the shot he needs to, though. Not going to hit the second either, as that's going to be pretty much the only chance he's been given. Sent Maniac. Oh, just taking his time to find that frag, and bomb is loose. Actually going to find a second, though, but Keo gets brought low, not low enough. And EnVyUS do manage to not mess up too much into their third round of this T side.
So 11-7. Envy, solid performance from that one. You would expect it, though, with the pistols in hand. And it does mean that Titan, unfortunately, are going to have to go for a second save there. Ooh, big ping from RPK. I guess that's why there was the restart.
Has that been the case the whole way? How did we not notice that?
That may well explain the lack of kills.
That would most definitely.
Yeah. We'll let him off. We'll let him off.
Okay. Maybe his internet hamster has kind of got a bit tired in the wheel.
Happy and Shocks on 6 and 8 ping. What are they? Swedish? What's going on here? They're sitting on the server. Wow. LAN connections there they must be sitting on. But Happy getting a little peek. MBK and Happy are going to be the ones that are possibly opening it up. It's a stack on B site from Titan. And unfortunately that means Shocks is all alone here with MBK coming one way and Happy coming the other. Both creeping forward. Yeah, Happy finds him from behind. And that's the rotate coming back out again. They're just like, yep, A side completely wide open. Keo picks himself up one on the way out. Apex is going to take control of mid. Oh, Happy, careful. Tries to go a little too deep as he pushes down the CT spawn. At the flash will work in his favor. Gets himself his triple. Bomb plant down and just existence left.
Yeah, so this is going to put a 12 then on the board for Envy. And it's going to be a bit of a kind of grind, a bit of a climb then for Titan to get back on into the action. This is going to be the first real legitimate buy, of course, going into this next round. And going to be a challenge to see what Smiths can do with the AWP, because I feel like it's most definitely going to be a necessity.
Well, I mean, it's one they have to pick up, because it's going to be 12-7 now. If they don't win this rifle round, 13-7, potentially on a save, taking to 14-7. They're going to be on the last rifle at 15-7. So they have to win this round, really. It's a crucial one for Titan. Otherwise, suddenly it looks like, well, we're getting close to that 16-7 score they had yesterday. Pretty sure they don't want to repeat of that.
Yeah, exactly. This is a real, this is make or break. They don't have the economy to purchase the AWP just yet. This is why this is such an important round, because they have gone full nades. They need to pick this one up, and it doesn't look like they're going to be expecting this play. This is going to be the first full A from Envy that isn't the pistol.
Yeah, RPK got himself in dark existence. Could be pivotal. Shocks has got himself on the boxes. You normally would see them down, tucked under there, but instead they do manage to catch them. It's a good flash that went out. Nobody's gone down in the opening exchanges, but Shocks couldn't find Keo there. And RPK there with a quick double. Keo quickly responds. Now a 3-on-3, make it a 3-on-2 as the bomb plant goes down from Happy.
And see, they are sprinting to rotate. His Maniac is going to be last on the scene, but he's full white. Keo finds the final frag, and a crucial round murdered by Kiyoshima. Finds 3 in the round, and now that puts Envy within 3 rounds of 16. And picking up this game at a very similar scoreline to yesterday.
Yeah, big triple from Keo, taking out both the A defenders, crucially. Obviously, RPK did get himself a double, despite his 100 ping, so managed to work out.
That's because it's down to 98 now. Every frag he gets one less ping.
Yeah, he drops it down. Oh, he's back up to 99.
Because he's about to get a team kill, watch out.
Watch out, Titan, he's coming for you. But yeah, Envy in a very solid position. Actually, I mean, to be fair, that is a real big problem for them. 100 pings, not unworkable, but it's a problem. At the moment, when you're against a team like EnVyUS, they are going to make...
I think tell that to North America.
Well, that's very true. That's very true. I've seen players thinking Robbie Wiz, picking up some wonderful kills with 180 ping. Oh, RPK pops out, gets another one. He must be down to 97 ping now, because he's got himself an AK-47.
Okay, now, Keo on the hunt for Maniac. P250 for him, no chance in hell. Keo takes him down in 2. And now Shocks actually does. Just the back of Kenny. Kind of had a decision to make, and it's going to be the wrong one, as he's going to get caught out from MBK, trailing behind the rest, and he's going to get 2 for his trouble.
Yeah, that's... Could have gone better for him. RPK all heavy footsteps, and MBK should be hearing them coming up behind him. Apex will take the one down. Actually, not too sure if he did. Oh, the timing as he goes around the corner. Finds Apex. MBK will come back around and challenge him, though. It's going to be a quick little kill for him. 14-7. This is what I was talking about. Now they should be able to buy back up here, but as I mentioned, 15-7. It's a tricky score. If they don't win this round, it will be over.
Yes, and I mean, we talked about it before. We talked about AWPs, and the first thing we said was, you know, if they can get AWPs, they will. Look at that, 2 immediately when the budget allows, and they're going to be seeing Existence and Smith take that one into this one with the CT side. And of course, Happy and Kenny doing exactly the same thing on the T. So 4 AWPs in play currently here on DE Mirage. Crucial round for Titan yet again, trying to keep that 15 mark away from their French rivals.
How is it going to go? Has to be a little slower. Happy and Kenny trying to line up the shots, but them smokes are working in their favour. As they just wait for them to clear. Looks like it's going to be a B hit. You can see that Maniac is going aggressive and it's going to pack fire on him. Keo will find him, and that's put Shox in a real awkward situation as all of Envy start to pour towards him.
Yeah, bomb loose, so there's no kind of rush or haste to the T side currently. That's nice. Look at that connector play. They molly up close, smoke deep, and completely rule out connector.
Oh, they've already pushed past the smoke.
Now, we're going to be seeing... Oh, this is NBK swinging around through shots, going to delete shots, and that's crucial. Keo gets another onto Smiths, and Envy look like they have made this one look far too easy, not taking a point of damage as they push on into the site.
Yeah, this has been a fantastic round.
Wow.
For them.
They're backing away. That's it.
And that was actually the over-aggression of Titan. Maniac obviously pushing through. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it goes horribly wrong, and this time it's just made them look mediocre against Envy. 15-7 match point beckons. Existence does manage to get Apex as he comes around trying to pick up some more. Now there is 2 AWPs there, so Envy don't want to go too hyper-aggressive. RPK finding another one. This is actually getting decent for them. If they got to keep hold of these 2 weapons, though, going into this final round, this is so big for them. Keo's going to double flash himself around that corner, but Existence already backed all the way to ramp. RPK going down.
No!
Now, the final man being challenged. Existence, run, flee. Run for your life. The nades are all coming in towards him. They're not going to push him around the corner, though. He will hold on to that AWP.
Oh, he was still pretty aggressive for someone that needed to keep that AWP, and he is going to be able to keep it in play. Enables him to buy a rifle, of course, so actually a real crucial save. It would have been nice if RPK could have kept his in play. We'd have seen a few more nades in the hands of Titan. But no, we're rocking on into this one with 4 rifles and the AWP as well. So Titan's still given an opportunity to keep 16 at bay.
All right, what are they going to do? Are they going to try and answer some of the plays that Envy have been making, because they haven't really got themselves going on this CT side? They've only picked up the pistol. That was the only round they managed to get. And that's been a problem. Meanwhile, Envy have just looked comfortable. There's been a lot of rounds very much going their favour, just simply down to one-on-ones being won out. Yeah,
and there's always been this kind of standoff between Keo and Maniac. They're having this kind of battle at B almost every single round, and looks like Smith is going to take Apex down, pushing through underpass. That's going to be the mid-presence deleted, or some of it, because the others are about to fall as well. Shox taking NBK, takes Kenny down to 39 as well, and this is pretty nice from Titan, demanding respect in mid, and Kenny costs Shox his life, as it's going to be now 4v3. Actually, the fact that Kenny had the bomb there was a huge risk from Envy.
Happy's edging out as well on RPK. Now, RPK down in dark. I think Happy's going to drop down on him, but it doesn't matter. RPK's not having none of it. And now a 4-on-2. Very tough one. Looks like they're going to be heading towards A site as well. And it's going to be Keo and Kenny. So, Molly, smoke for Keo. Molly for Kenny as well, or Incendiary if you want to be precise, and they're both coming from A ramp, and well, you've got to assume that Existence lining up this one should be able to land these shots. Yeah, he absolutely can. Does take Kenny down just through the brickwork, and now all on to Keo. He is down as well, and so Titan live on. 15-8 then the score is. It's going to be Envy who most definitely will be able to buy into the next one. Most of them sitting at around 10,000 mark, so their money is set for the majority of the rest of this game. Same can't be said for Titan. Still, some of them struggling to I was going to say struggling to. RPK and Shox haven't invested into the helmet. Probably not necessary up against the AKs, but all the same. Very even kill spread for Envy. 20, 19, 19, 16, 13. It's a pretty good spread for them overall. Nobody's setting the world on fire, but everybody doing their job. Keo is one of those men, absolutely doing work for them. I mean, Apex is the entry fragment, but Keo has been landing shot after shot and working it. Apex, though, pushing on through Connector straight into Smith's crosshairs. A little over-aggressive because that was the bomb, and now that's left in Connector in wide open space.
Now, this could spell trouble for Titan. Another one goes down. Maniac He's going to be forced to watch. And look at Happy go. Envy are just fragging left, right, and center. Apex is the only one to have gone down, and this very well could be Envy picking up the win. Titan just doing one better than their game yesterday. Smith says no, though, trying to keep it exciting as he takes down Happy. And now Smiths needs to make it an ace to keep his team in the running. Bomb's going to be going down at B, and Smiths could pretty much not be further from B, as he has to first deal with Kenny in window. Not going to happen. One bullet from the Tech-9 secures it, and it is going to be 16-8 then, the final score in this French clash.
A lot bigger than I thought, that's for sure. Very big score from them. So, one better than yesterday, 16-7 yesterday, 16-8 today. Unfortunately, though, Envy absolutely sweeping Titan to one side. The second thing on that T side, just CT, Titan just couldn't get going, despite the fact they won that pistol. How many times do we see people lose that second round?
It's odd. It is where CS has become like this kind of, the second round's almost more unpredictable than the pistol. I mean, it most definitely is, of course, but I mean, when it comes to the Force, you never before would anticipate so many 1-second rounds, but that's where we are right now. Also, tiny observation I made about Shox was he had about 2.5 grand left in that buy into that round, and he didn't buy a single nade, not one. Don't know what that means, but I'm just going to let you guys know. So, I mean, maybe that's just because I'm entry fragging, I'm never going to need nades, but I really cannot see any justification in not investing in such an important round for his team. So, Envy pick up the win then. So far, we have seen Fnatic look pretty damn good. NIP besting Fnatic was our first game, and you most definitely need to watch that if you didn't. Do be sure to check it out on the Twitch VOD or on our YouTube as well. That's just youtube.com/ESL. So I mean, we've got one more game to bring, and this is going to be scary.
It's a biggie. It's Fnatic versus TSM. It's one that everybody loves to watch, no doubt about it. It will be on Train, and that is a map you've got to give TSM the advantage on. Yeah, but it's a slim advantage.
Yeah, I mean, TSM say they hate Train, but they're so damn good at it, it seems, on paper. So there's this crazy dynamic at play.
And for Fnatic, it's one of those things. We saw it against Virtus Pro. You know, the rounds they win, and it's something that I mentioned back in Dubai. It's Olaf Meister just basically being Olaf Meister, just running on into the train yard, the courtyard, and getting himself around the back of people, just putting them in awkward situations. Virtus Pro managed to deal with him. TSM probably going to look on that one.
Yeah, I mean, whenever I think Train and Fnatic, I just imagine, and I've seen it time and time again, JW rushing Pop Dog with an AWP.
Yeah.
Like, just
what are you doing?
JW things is most definitely something to, a phrase we're probably going to have to prepare for Twitch chat going into our final game. TSM Fnatic coming up straight after this. For those that did start getting a few more extra frags, but it's going to be a case of what can you do with this. Stack up is probably the best option. They're going to be doing just that, as well as 4 members are about to go hunting for Shoxy.
In close, will get a good dink down and takes down Shox. So that collects themselves an AK. They're going to back out of there, not going to keep on pushing while Existence goes hunting for it. And the rest of Titan are actually wrapping around through T-Spawn.
Yeah, this is really odd from Titan. A man... Oh, hang on. Or is this incredibly smart? They lost a man on A, so they figured that the CT side would immediately rotate. I try to read that. Almost, it's a double bluff. This is fantastic from Titan. They're pushing where they just had a fatality. And now there's only 2 players waiting for them. They've managed to completely throw this this 4-man stack on A into a bit of a twist.
Apex is going to go up close. Doesn't manage to land the head on with that CZ. But Kenny at the back, he managed to rescue this AK. Hasn't passed it off to anyone, but he could catch the plant here. Hasn't showed himself yet. Smithy's going to check, but it was a MAC-10 that was just running up on him. Happy gets himself one, though, and a second as he pushes on. You can just caught that little glimmer through the smoke. Now Happy's going to get that molly down. The bomb's loose, and suddenly it's a tragedy. It's Existence, the last man. He got 3 in the first round, but this time it's not going to work out for him. And Happy goes huge, 2-2. The Frenchies just back and forth. The action goes.
This is so insane. So Pistol goes the way of Envy. Titan force in and win, then proceed to get the second up against the force buy, and then Envy with nothing, absolutely nothing, a P250 and a CZ, go back in and win it. This is not, nothing of this is predictable. Zero.
Or it's a challenge mid. It's going to be the duel.
The AWP, and actually Smiths is the one to come out on top. Kenny caught his knees, brings him down to 17, but that's not going to be enough. And now Envy have to kind of forced to play from a deficit.
That's a problem. Happy's going to try and retrieve that AWP, but I'm not too sure if it dropped down because he was actually on the windowsill. Now Happy has managed to collect it, gets Existence. He was only on 17 health as it was. But A site is going to be the focus target, so NBK is a long way away, but Keo lands an important frag there. Apex has also caught a glimpse of Maniac around Tetris. He's going to go down. That's the bomb planter. Shox just peeks out, and he gets his head taken clean off. Apex on the cleanup. Beautiful 3 frags.
Brings us to 3-2 then, the score. Envy winning a round they should actually at that point after losing out that entry frag, or sorry, rather an opening frag, I should say. As I feel like there is definitely a massive difference between the two. We are going to be seeing out just the double AWP setup coming in. It's going to be Kenny and Happy, as you may expect. I'm intrigued to see where they choose to position these two forces.
So Kenny looks like he's going to get a look towards ramp first. Now he's going to peek out connector through the smoke against them without really flashing it out correctly, and they could have just waited for it to clear out, but instead, now we're going to see some solid aggression. Apex getting a peek on ramp, but Titan have played this one cautiously. They're like, okay, we just picked up a round we probably shouldn't have. Let's just calm it down a moment and set ourselves up. Also, kind of getting a feel for if there is a stack present. This is kind of their intel gathering mission. They're going to be just basically trying to get an idea of the numbers and where it hasn't worked out too well for them, actually, because it does look like they're about to walk right on in to Envy's domain. Keo, what was that? 1D into the brain of RPK. Smith fights back, though, taking Apex down close quarters. He had a perfect angle, actually. Apex could have done a lot of damage there, but fortunately RPK dealt with it nicely, and they're going to back into a corner. Happy could get a second here onto Existence, brings him low, and right back at them. Envy are doing damage. BK trying to push up connector, will get caught out. Kenny, the last man. But like you say, look at the health. He's got a CZ. He can buck them all off. They're all flashing so heavily, but he will get picked off. 3 bullets could have ended the entire round for Titan there. Oh, that was deadly close. Like, Titan could very well be a little blushy after that one. But fortunately, they are going to be able to survive and go on in to another, well, pretty unarmored, ungeared Envy. They're going to have to go for the full save pretty much. Got a P250, actually, 2 P250s in a CZ. Change of the M4, most likely going to be seeing a lot of more A4s. However, we did see a tweet actually from MBK stating that he actually felt like the A1 almost felt better to him. Less rate of fire, less chance to miss was what his statement was. So intriguing to see how that patch does affect EnVyUS play here on the CT side of Mirage. Going for that triple MP7 buy though, pretty stacked up. Apex in a great spot. Will get himself only 1 though. Shox coming down, manages to pick him off. But they are holding passively. Now they're going to push on through the smoke. Bit of a mistake there. Kenny is caught out, trying to push on, overcommit. And now it's a 3-on-3 with the bomb planted. Titan are in a good hold. This is such typical Envy buy. Like 4 SMGs and a Mag 7 they're purchasing into the second round. Such a contrast to what we see from Navi. Now it's going to be a 2v2. Made 2v1. Oh my god, they've lost it. Shox just has the round of his life. 3 frags with his P250. Might even grabs an MP7 for his troubles as well. And Envy, they invested heavily into that one. They managed to pick up the first round relatively, no questions asked, but Titan, they fought straight back. We just saw the same thing. Hellraisers picking up the pistol and then immediately throwing away. And well, that shouldn't really be happening for a T-side on Mirage. Titan doing a great job there, because Envy were actually in the right position, but for some reason they pushed. And we are back here for the ESL ESEA Pro League. I'm Alex Machine Richardson, joined by Lee D-Man Smith. If you have just joined us, you missed a little bit of something special with our first game with that Fnatic NIP spectacle over on Cash. That was a little bit insane. Do be sure to check that out over on the VOD as well. We also missed, actually I'll talk about that in a second because the action's already unfolding. I was expecting the teams to take a breather after the 9th round, but they're playing, they're straight on in. But what you did miss was a little bit of more Fnatic showing up against Hellraisers. Some bonkers aggression, but this is a fast push. B straight away, going to get hit out by Titan. MBK's the man that's all alone because they stacked out on A side, so he just has to hold them off. He gets himself 1 headshot. The rest of the team are closing in. Titans have to start moving a little quicker here. MBK gets a 2nd headshot, gets a massive tag on towards Smith as well. Finally we get taken down, but the rest of Envy now come around. Existence gets himself a double. Kenny has with a double, and now Existence, the sole man standing. He's got himself a triple, but the Julius of Keo will close it out. Quick and speedy pistol, but great hold from MBK. Yeah, that was 2 very, very crucial frags as he was pressured on towards B. You do see Keo pick up a frag with the Julies, and of course we are on that new patch, so a whole lot of changes are in play, and we are going to be seeing a couple of changes for the CT side, primarily, of course, with the